Anton, here we are, episode 15. Can you believe it? Time flies when you're having fun. It's great to be back here with you today. How you doing?
Great to be back as always. And as the sports enthusiast, I have to reference. Turns out the LA Dodgers won the World Series. So, hey, that's something. I'm not
That
from
is
LA,
something.
but they are kind of right up the road. So, LA compared to Toronto, I'll take it.
We will take it. And they are the ones that beat the Phillies. So
Oh, sorry about that.
that's okay.
Oh, it makes it better for you then.
It makes it better. Yeah, of course.
Okay. Oh, this is starting off on the right foot.
On the right foot, which means we've got a lot of fun stuff to talk about here today. Again, episode 15. Today's topics are going to be our 5-step accountant partnership guide, which really excited to release that out to the community brand new. We're also going to retouch on our accountant one pager and a VFO collective save the date postcard that you can start sending out right now to your accountant partners to invite them on out to the Elite VFO collective this June. We also have a couple of reminders of what we have coming up over the next few Mondays in November, but really excited to kind of touch on the fun stuff we have going on here today. Anton, I'm going to kick it over to you to talk through the 5-step accountant partnership process guide.
Very good. Yeah, so just the continued evolution and listening to what the community asks. And one of the things was, we know you have the 5 steps laid out for us for the accountant partnerships. How to identify the ideal accountant. Once you identify them, how to actually contact them, then lead them through the 3-meeting engagement process. Monetize that relationship, because if the tree does not produce fruit, it's not sustainable. And finally, 5, how to maintain. But what people were asking for is, just give us a little bit more of a high-level roadmap in the training, so that way we understand what the context, what's the frame out of the detailed videos that you're going to go through. So our team put this together. It's about 4 pages, and what it does is, again, it goes through high level. That's the 5 steps. That hasn't changed in 11 years, actually even more, because I think I mapped this out on a napkin before that. So over a decade, those have been the 5 steps. They've been consistent. There's been nuances as things have evolved and technology has gotten better and the marketplace has become more mature. But underneath that, we go through for you, why does the accountant partnership work? Let's just get our head around that high level to begin with. And then the first step, identify. So again, I have a 15-minute training video where I walk through how to identify the ideal type of accountant, but at a very high level, what does it look like? There's 5 bullet points there that you can just quickly scan to get your head around, how do you identify the ideal type of accountant? From there, once we've identified that accountant, then we move into the second step, which is contact, naturally. So we're building a list of potential accountants, using the training material. Then we're reaching out to the accountants to schedule meetings with them. So that's the contact phase. Is it LinkedIn? Is it email? Is it phone? Is it tax season survival kits? We have a number of different ways. There's no shortage of ways. And we go through those step by step for you, give you templates and examples and images and videos and all the good stuff you need in the contact. Then it moves into the engagement phase. And if you're experienced with our model, you're likely meeting the CPAs or the accountants on your own. Fantastic. You lead them through your engagement process. If you're maybe newer to the model, or you're still working on really solidifying your first or second solid CPA partnership, then you might be leveraging our team in Partnership Fast Track, right? So once you do the identifying the contact, you schedule the meeting with the accountant in the engagement. That's step 3. Our team will join you in those meetings. So we will attend via Zoom. It will be Ian Wellham, an accountant in the background. If you haven't worked with Ian, he's fantastic in these meetings. And we will lead them through this three-step engagement process where we go through each of the meetings. We have it all scripted, so you exactly see what we're going to cover. We do a diagnostic to determine if they're the right fit. We do a revenue review where we look at their revenue, their ideal client base. We show them how much every year. From our experience, we have data to prove this, how much we could help them grow their revenue, both in terms of dollars as well as percentage. And then ultimately, we present a couple options on how they can potentially work with you and our virtual family office. So that's the engagement phase. And then at the end of that phase, we're having them sign an engagement agreement. That then leads to the 4th step, which is monetize. As I said, as I was giving that quick overview, the monetize step is important because it's not all about the money, Jenna. It's not all about the money. It's not all about the money
Till
until
it's about the money.
till it's
Till it's
about the money. And in business, at the end of the day, all of us require capital, right? Require money to operate our business. We have to pay for the lights. We got to pay for the team members. We got to pay for the staff. We got to pay ourselves to live. We have to have revenue. The tree has to produce fruit in order for the whole thing to be sustainable. And the accountants are going to feel the same way. So we have to clearly lay out for them a process to help generate revenue. We lay it out for you. We can lead you through that, help generate the revenue. And likewise, you need to work with us to lay it out for them. So that's the fourth step, monetize. And then the fifth step, just logically, once you've identified them, once you've contacted them, once you've led them through an engagement process, get them to sign an engagement agreement, to agree to work with you, to agree to meet on a regular basis, to agree to continue to introduce clients on a consistent basis. We lead those clients through the monetize phase, we generate revenue. And then the fifth is how do we maintain that relationship, right? And people get all excited. They get one or two introductions from an accountant. But if you don't set the foundation right to begin with, then all of a sudden in 6 months, you're out looking for more accountants again, because you've lost those relationships. That's a very outdated mindset where we're just burning through relationships. And it's much more important that we actually design it right to begin with. So we're maintaining those relationships and we're continuing to work together for years to come. Like Jenna, I love when we're at the VFO Collective and we see relationships with people there where it's like, I remember the two of you
Yep.
6 years ago when you were here and you had just formed your relationship. And 6 years later, you're still working together, still with new clients. Like, what a phenomenal model this is when those orange trees actually start producing and then you're just maintaining those beautiful things. And so we reference the orange tree story there at the very end. We talk a little bit about, again, the vision, the process, why it does require persistence and patience. But I'll tell you what, it takes a little bit of time to get that orange tree to start producing those oranges. But once it does, it continues to produce oranges year round. Orange trees can live to be 100 years old. So it's a very, I think, exciting, rewarding model. This short 4-page takeaway is meant to touch on those things at a high level and really set that foundation for the training videos, which go into more detail or depth on each one. It's a very easy download, so you can download it, save a copy if you'd like. If you have a team or an accountability partner or a business coach, share it with them. And then let's track the activity and see where are you running into any potential problems in those 5 steps. And then as a community, we can help support you through those. So Jenna, thank you for the work on this between you and the marketing team. And I look forward to hearing what people think. Below the video, we'll include a link to this document.
Absolutely. And there's a reason why this model hasn't changed in all these years. Some of the best ideas come just from and to write it down on a napkin. So if you're just joining us, this is the best way to get started. If you need to re-engage and just remember, why have I made it so complicated? Get back to these 5 steps. If you want to do it yourself, follow this roadmap. If you want to utilize the partnership fast track, come on and use our team. Use Ian. Ian's the best. He's got a wonderful track record. I think the word you used last week was flawless, and I completely agree. So, however it is that you want to start creating these partnerships, just get started. That's the best place to get things going. I love that this is just a 4-page downloadable, but we also have a 1-pager that you can leave behind as well. Anton, can you talk through this as well?
Yes. This one's shorter. It's designed actually to give to a potential accountant that you're interested in working in. So whether you include it in a tax season survival kit or you actually hand it to somebody that you're meeting with in person, of course you could mail it to a virtual relationship, but it's very short and it's designed for an accountant to see high level overview. What is the process to working with you? I would tend to think of accountants more like an engineer type of brain, where they like to see the process laid out in a flow. So on the right-hand side, you see simple 3-step process. We identify the need, we connect the team, and we share in the revenue. Go ahead and scroll down a little bit there. It describes high level the 5 areas of the VFO, gives some examples of different specialists and strategies, and then it compares the traditional reality accountants face compared to the virtual family office solution. So kind of side-by-side comparison. And then it wraps up with a simple call to action. So I think it's a really nice marketing piece. As you said, I would print this front to back. So it literally is a one-page document. And if you have a Kinko's or a FedEx or something like that, just have them print it and put it on some nicer paper. And it's a huge credibility add.
Love it. So again, the five-step partnership process guides for you. The one pager is to leave behind. And if you're putting together a tax season survival kit, one more thing that you could add in there for the accountants that you're working with or speaking to is this Elite VFO Collective postcard. So as you may know, our event is coming up this June, and although it feels far away, it is right around the corner. So June 25th through the 26th are the main two general session days. If you're a part of our Fusion Mastermind, you're coming on out on the 24th. So invite your accountants to that day as well. But it just really goes through high level everything that you can anticipate from coming out to joining us in San Diego this June. Additionally, here you're going to see some of the past speakers that we've had already out at the collective and the CPEs that accountants can earn as well. So it's all nice and bundled in this little postcard that you can leave behind or send to your accountants virtually today. So we will link this as well.
And I would suggest, again, if you're handing these physically to an accountant that you want to come out or a strategic partner, spend the 50 cents to have it professionally printed and cut for you.
Yeah.
So it has that like additional professional feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. And then this does link to the website as well, which looks really nice, goes through the room block where we're staying, some great San Diego pics. So you can also, if you are virtual, give them the leave behind, print it on out, but then also take them to the site where they can see all the fun that we have out in San Diego. I'm already getting
Brilliant.
excited just talking about it.
Does this have the registration form for the surf lessons that you're going to give there?
Listen, if we're gonna do it live on the news. If I get in the water in San Diego, I'm gonna have
We'll do a
someone
news
film it
episode
live
from
on
the
the news.
beach in San Diego.
Yes.
That'd be funny. All right. What else do we got?
All right. So speaking of events that are coming up this Thursday, Ant and I are going back live. We're going to be having a 5-hour session called The Roadmap to Doubling Your Profit with a Virtual Family Office and CPA Partnerships. This is going to be for prospects. So if you are a part of our community, certainly come out and attend if you have the time, want to re-engage to see what's going on, what's new. We also have a bunch of speakers that are coming out. So if you want to tap into or learn from any of them, go ahead and check it out this upcoming Thursday. But if you have any advisors that are like-minded, you've been talking about the model with, invite them to come on out. This is their 5 hours of getting to know ERT in and out. We're going to talk through so many different things. Of course, the VFO. Tim Gacy is going to be on to talk about even deeper the 5 different areas. We've got a ton of bonuses that we're offering out, including a trip out to San Diego. So hotel, airfare, and an event ticket. So if you get entered for every session that you attend to win an all expensive paid trip out to the collective in June. So again, if you know someone who's interested, tell them to join us. There's definitely still time. And some of the speakers that will be out there as well are going to be Jackie Meyer from Tax Plan IQ, Deb Snyder, Jared Bates. We're going to have Dinsmore, Kyle Fox, Jason Bright. Sarah Freitas is going to go through the marketing side of things. So it sounds like a long time. It goes so quickly because, well, me and Anton can, we could be on all day talking about ERT, but it really does go through to some of the great basics and then, of course, some of the details of what makes the model so great. So again, if you haven't registered, go ahead and register now. And if you can pop into some sessions, please join us.
Well said. I have nothing to add.
All right. And then a couple more things that you can be putting on your calendar coming up. We did have our tax planning power hour on November 3rd. We have another one coming up. This is the first time we're doing 2 in 1 month, but we think with that Q4 focus, we want to make sure that we're getting as many VFO specialists in front of you as we can. So check us out again with Tracy Miller's call on next Monday. And then the VFO specialist webinar on the 17th is going to be with Bill Lloyd, our new VFO specialist. So remember that Monday can really feel like that VFO day. That's your Monday. Spend that Monday hour learning about client circumstances, cases, asking questions, and bringing that all to the table with your community all around you.
Love it.
That is all that I've got for today for episode 15. Anything else you want to mention to the crew Mr. Anderson.
Oh, I'm seeing a ton of activity between the partnerships with the accountants and then the Q4 tax planning. It's rocking and rolling right now. So if you are in the arena with us, let's continue the good fight. If you are not yet, whether you're in the stands, you're on the sideline, maybe you're still outside in the parking lot, come on in. Now is the time. So anything we can do to help, please let us know. That's why we are here. This is what we are passionate about. We'll do anything we can on our side to try to make it work. That's it. Thank you,
Love
Jen.
it.
Appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
Everyone, see you next time.